Hi everyone, so today I want to do a full owner's review of this Evercross EV10K electric scooter. So I bought this with my own money, so just a disclaimer, this is not a sponsor video. So I had high expectation on this electric scooter because it was retail for around $700, but they reduced the price to around $430 on Amazon. So I had high expectation on this because on paper, it has pretty good spec for the price. So first of all, let's talk about the basic specs. So this, at least according to the website, the scooter is rated at 90 miles per hour top speed. It has I believe, a 25-mile range claimed, and it has 10-inch solid tires. Those are road tires, not off-road. As you know, I have the Evercross H7. They have off-road tires, so this is on-road tires. It has front drum brake, which I prefer rather than disc brakes, and it has rear electronic braking. It has full suspension, front and rear, so kind of rare in this price range, and the ride is very smooth, I have to say. So the front suspension is very good, and the rear is also very good as well, as you can see. And then the battery size is 15 amp hour. On the website, it's rated as 42 volts, 15 amp hour. So the capacity is 630 watt hour. However, upon looking at the owner's manual, which I have it here, I believe it says something different. So according to this page over here, it says the rated power. Well, actually on the website it says maximum power 540, so it sets in here as well, but rated power is 350 volts. So just keep that in mind. And then it says 42 volt for the battery, but however on the manual it says this is just the probably the charging, the charging, this thing over here. The charger is 42 volt at 2 amp hour, so around 6 hours of charge time. However, the rated voltage for the battery is 36 volt actually. So, and then here it says 540 watt hour. So kind of, I don't know, I would probably believe in the menus more. Usually the website is, they kind of lie or false advertise. I reported before for my other scooter, the scooter, I believe. So on the website it says 630, but here it only says 540 because it's a 36 volt versus, instead of 42 on the website. So kind of disappointed for me, just a disclaimer, kind of like a false advertisement. And then the max speed, of course, is 30 kilometers per hour or 18.6 miles per hour. And then the climbing ability, I think that's probably false advertisement as well. It's not 20 degrees, less than that, which I'll tell you in a little bit. The weight is around 45.5 pounds, maximum capacity 330 pounds. And that's your dimension over here. It is in metrics, not in imperial. It's around 49 inches in height and length as well. So, I mean, it's relatively big and heavy, but, not as crazy as the H7. So back to my own experience on this, I have this for 2 days actually, so I don't have any range tests, but for 15 amp hour, I believe it have a range of around 20 miles. Again, depends on your weight. The claim range is around 25. And the top speed, it actually kind of reaches 19 miles per hour. Again, I'm very lightweight, but the power, as it says, is only 350 instead of the website, which says, 540. So it's kind of weak actually. So I'm quite disappointed on that. The hill climbing is also kind of bad as well, not as I expected. And acceleration is also very slow. And it barely reaches 19. So even the high boy, S2 Pro and the KS4 Pro is better than this in terms of power and top speed. It usually reaches 17 on 18, sometimes 19, but then it gets to 19 really, really slowly. It has an app as well, I think called the Uni Scooter. You can download from the App Store. Based on the Amazon review, it said you can go 20 miles, but like I think they update the app and now you can only go 19 max. And then also it kind of have a speed controller on this scooter, so even you going down a very steep hill, it will keep your speed to around 21 or 22 miles per hour, maybe 23. 23 is the highest I ever got. So it holds your speed, even doesn't matter what you do, you disengage the throttle or not, it will still keep you at around 23. It won't go over that. So kind of disappointing as well. I think other scooters, it I mean, at least it has a much higher limit, like the Highboy S2 Pro, whatever. It can go up to like 28 miles per hour down a steep hill. Of course, also for this Evercross X7, it can go up to like 30 plus miles per hour downhill. So this one would only control you up to 23. So the deck is around 7 inches wide, and I believe you can also fit the 9-bar max seat on this. I don't have the 9-bar seat with me anymore, so I couldn't test that out, but it looks like it's the same width and same deck shape. The ground clearance is around 4 inches, so taller than most entry-level scooter, but of course it's lower than the Evercross X5 or X7. Again, this one has drum brakes, which I prefer over the disc brakes. So, which is pretty much no maintenance on this scooter. It's very stable. Of course, solid tires, so no maintenance at all. And it's very stable. And then the charge port is on the other side actually. But one thing I want to tell you is the kickstand. As you can see here, there's only one bolt. One bolt is missing because the other bolt, it doesn't even go in. It's completely loose. Already contact support or the seller. We'll see what happened because when I received this, when I opened the box, it's already like that. So the screw, I have the screw, but it doesn't go in at all. So only one screw right now for the kickstand. So very disappointing for that. And then some wires over here. Here's is the dashboard over here. So you have to hold this for a few seconds for this to turn on. As you can see, the screen is not bad. It's pretty good, you know, show the miles per hour. It has a trip odometer, you know, if you press M, it will change the speed mode. There's 3 speed mode. 3, of course, is the highest, or the sports mode. It tops out at around 90 miles per hour. However, if you are, even you're 150 pounds or more, you probably won't even go 90 miles per hour. So very disappointing. Speed 1 and speed 2, it goes lower speed, which is in the manual. And then right now, it's kind of fully charged, 5 bars. And then you press the power button once, it will turn on the headlight over here, which is pretty bright, not bad. It's an LED. It has rear light as well, and if you press the brake pedal, it will flash. So only one brake lever, of course, just one. It controls both the front drum brakes and the rear electronic braking. It should have regenerative braking, I believe. You know, any scooter that has electronic braking should have regen. But I don't think it shows any regen braking on the screen, unlike some other scooters. And then if you press the M button, it would of course change the speed mode. And of course, according to the menu, if you press this multiple times, you can you know, enable the cruise control or something like that. And then you can also change the units, imperial and metrics. So pretty straightforward, and as you can see, once you have the cruise control and label, this thing would flash, and you press 5 seconds. Around 5 seconds, it will start the cruise control. There will be a beep sound. However, the cruise control on this scooter is pretty bad, unlike most other scooters that I have. So let's say for if I'm going uphill, of course, once you hold this for around 5 seconds, it will set up cruise control. However, since I'm on an uphill, my speed may be around 12 miles per hour. But once it gets over the hill, so when it gets back to flat surfaces, it just stays at 12 miles per hour. So you have to disengage the cruise control and apply the throttle again. So which is pretty bad. You know, my other scooters, you know, once I get up that hill, it will just keep accelerating up to the top speed, even with the cruise control on. So this one kind of annoying for that. So not the best cruise control system out there. And then here's the thing for when you fold the scooter, it just connects to this thing over here, just like the 9-bar max and most other scooters. I prefer the Highboy one. And then here's your bell over here, just a regular bike bell. And then the grip is very good, actually, one of the best grip over there. It's just a circular design. And there's 6 screws over here, just like most other scooters. And then here's your brake cable, some more wires over here hanging. Here's your front suspension, your drum brake over there. The charge port is on the other side. However, this thing is not reinforced at all, so very, very flimsy. So don't step on this thing. It looks like it can break easily, and there's a huge, huge gap between the tire and the fender. So not a fan of that. I would prefer it's closer and maybe a metal bar reinforcement, which a lot of other entry-level scooter has it. So it has some red accent over here. Even the rear suspension. Again, their suspension is very, very good. Even though this one has solid tires. Again, I prefer solid tires over air tire, but it's very smooth ride because of the suspension. Um, and that's almost about it. I mean, the thing that I dislike the most is the cruise control and the top speed and the acceleration, which is not as I expected. It's kind of disappointed, but other than that, and also the kickstand, but other than that, for around $430, this is still not bad of a scooter, I would say. Definitely not worth anything more than $600 or $700. But at 400, maybe it's okay. But I would just, you know, I rather not have the manufacturer false advertisement. It just puts just put up the actual data on the website. Don't fool the customers. Um, so I mean, that's just my complaint for now. But again, I'm trying to contact support to see what they respond. At least according to the kickstand, which is kind of broken. And again, this is brand new, and the top speed not as advertised. The battery also not as advertised. The power as well. So kind of disappointing for that. But anyway, feel free to leave any comment or question on the comment section. The folding mechanism over here is exactly the same as the 9 Max, so pretty straightforward and pretty stable. The stem, but still, I would if you ask me between this or the 9 Max, I would still prefer this, other than the false advertisement, because this is still, if is $430, is still much cheaper than the 9 Max, and I prefer solid tires rather than pneumatic air tires on the 9 Max, and also it has full suspension. 9 Max doesn't even have any suspension. So I would still prefer that. I mean, top speed is still around the same, 18 or 19, which is around the same as the 9 Max. The hill climbing, however, the 9 Max is much better than this one. This one achieved 9 miles per hour on around a 10% grade. 9 Max 12 miles per hour, so much better. The 9 Max is just have a more powerful motor than this one. But anyway, both have front drum brakes, so pretty much maintenance free. So that's pretty much it. There's an app as well that you can, but it's very basic. It's called the Uni Scooter app. You can download it yourself. Very basic control. You can lock your scooter, but I never use that. You can change, the units, imperial metrics, the speed limit, something like that. So overall, so far so good, but some minor complaints, of course, here and there. So anyway, this is my full owner's review of this Evercross EV10K Max electric scooter. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.